know what I mean? But I had to deal with wolves. I had to, you know, look a wolf dead in its eye. If you've ever tasted fear, I've never experienced fear. You might want to try that once in your life.
What's Detective Miles' first name?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. I really don't know what his first name is.
Corbin Merton. Corbin Merton. You're the most experienced actor on this stage. Maybe in San Diego, maybe even in the outlining areas right now. Your IMDb resume is taller than me. What is the best piece of acting advice or life advice that you've been given, and did you follow it?
Well, I'll get to that in 1 second. First thing I have to do, I have a little piece of housekeeping. My wife and family, my 4 boys, have been in Europe for about a month. They're a little worried that I've been alone lately, so I just want to send a little text picture. If everybody will just smile for me. Right now, 1, 2, 3! All right, we settled that up. One other little thing. I know we have a lot of young fans in the crowd. How many Psych fans are 50 or over? Piece of advice ever given me, it was by a very well-trained actor, and he did say to me, Corbin, here's the only thing I can tell you. When you're working as an actor, stage, screen, or television, or even a convention in a panel like at Comic-Con, you must do this. Never wear underwear while you work. What? You must always be free and always be loose. So, next time you watch Psych, even when I'm wearing those suits, you just start to wonder.
So, with that being said, Corbin Burnson, will you please stand up? All right, Maggie Lawson.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Maggie. You and another person on the panel are involved in a real life relationship.
So everyone found out about Kirsten and I?
Yeah. I don't want to get too personal because it's not really my style and stuff, and I don't want to I don't want to overstep my bounds. But I mean, have you guys kissed and stuff?
I'm hoping tonight's the lucky night.
Aww.
Okay. Good luck with that. What would you say the difference is, Maggie? What would you say the difference is between Sean Spencer and the real life James Rodan?
That's a good question. I would say that, off the top of my head, Sean Spencer is an extrovert. I would say Roday is a bit more of an introvert. I will say that Sean Spencer is a boy. I'll say that Roday is a man.
Steve Franks, by the end of this season, you will have directed 5 episodes of the show. You are now a director. Can you tell us how that directing and the work you've done up in Vancouver as a director has influenced your writing and vice versa? And is it okay to use the word vice versa? Does anyone use that word?
That's fine. That's
okay,
fine.
all right.
Well, the only reason they let me direct is because they can't say no. And because they have to. So for me as a writer, I realized becoming a director how irresponsible I was as a writer, how expensive our show is, even in Canada, and how long of hours these guys work up in the very cold climates of the city of Vancouver. So for me, it's taught me directing the show. That actually is a serious answer. That directing the show has taught me more about writing than any class I've ever taken, or all the experiences I've had up there. Because knowing that you have to make a day with a crew of 50 people that are dependent on getting home, and you don't overwrite. You don't. You're very efficient. You only get to the best stuff, and you try to make it as tight and good as possible. And before it was all about, I like these jokes, keep them in. They're funny, shoot them. became much more efficient. And most importantly, the directing process for me is, we have a writer's room in Manhattan Beach. We have a show in Vancouver. And for much of it, it's kind of like we're going to visit somebody else's show. And the first time I got to direct, it was the first time I'm like, wow, I'm kind of part of this. It was kind of like we used to ship scripts off and then magically they would appear on my television a few months later. And I really got to feel part of it, and it's one of the great joys of my life.
That's awesome, awesome. Serious question. Who up here on the panel can do the best Ukrainian accent?
That would be me.
What's-
What part of Ukraine do you want?
I like it. It's sexy. Sexy. Do you do Swedish?
That's my territory.
All right, get in there.
Oh, okay, now we're going to go down to the back of the room. Everybody needs to line up on a single file, and then we're going to serve the lefse.
Okay, Roday, Dulé. Hypothetical, Sean and Gus are both getting married. Can you give us the first few bars of your best man speeches?
Mine would go something like this. Or Sean's would go something like this. Tabitha, I'm sorry, what is it? Tammy? Sorry. I've got bad news. Gus can't marry you because he's already married to me. I still think we should all stick around and drink all of this alcohol and eat all of this wonderful food, but at the end of the night, he's coming home with me. And we're gonna sleep in separate rooms.
Okay.
Any thoughts on the best man speech?
I would say, Gus would say, I guess today is the day we all realize what a cold day in hell feels like. And in the words of the great Arsenio Hall, there's a God somewhere.
Okay, Roday, if there came a time when you guys had to leave the show, who would you want to replace you? And keep in mind, Dulé, that Omar Epps is not available. No, not Simon Baker.
David Bowie.
Okay, Kelly Kolchak. This is just a little fun thing. Word association, go. I guess I don't understand how that game works. So this is to the group, guys. After 5 years of playing the same characters, it's 5 years, so that's it's like 27 episodes. How are you guys able to find new nuances with your acting and your characters and your roles? You find new and interesting things, and do you guys ever use the word nuance?
I think every year we're finding something new. Every episode, at least especially between myself and Roday, whether it's what or something stupid like that. I mean, there's always something coming out every year. I mean, it's like any role you do. As long as you stay engaged in the process and you stay true to the moment each time, you're gonna always find something new.
Right.
I'm trying to retrain my right eyebrow to go up. I mean, I've got the left down, but I can't quite get the right, but I'm working on it. That's something I'm working on for season 5.